See, your name is on there.
Yeah.
That's right there. Hi, folks. You are watching and
Yeah.
listening to a very special edition of Sipping Off the Cuff. I'm Mike Morales here in soggy Southern California. That young lady out there in the dark, mysterious lady out there, her name is?
Araceli Costilla Sharp in San Antonio, Texas.
That's que romantico. I like that. I like that look on you. That's
It's the
cool.
ambiance.
The ambiance. Yeah, I've got this bright ring light that's like a floodlight. It's like Dodger Stadium in here. So Um, Araceli and I have I've been kind of actually wanting to taste this tequila for a while because it looks so much fun. Look at this packaging.
It
This is
looks
called
fun.
Yeah, it is. This is called Noel Tequila.
Mhm.
They were really nice. They sent us a lot of POS, and I'm going to read a little bit later on. You notice a neck tag on these. Um,
Mhm.
did you say, honestly, it's a father-daughter distillery in Louisiana?
Well, the company, yes, is a father-daughter owned, and I guess they're, bringing the tequila in, obviously, from a distillery in Mexico. But yes, that is correct.
Yeah,
And I guess their last name is Noel because it says Noel family. So,
yeah. They're very popular. You can follow them on Instagram. Apparently, it's not just tequila they're making. They're making, gin and bourbon, and probably bourbon, a lot of bourbon.
mhm.
I haven't had a chance to actually, lurk on their Instagram, but I did find them there, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. And then they sent us some, nice merch. There was a cap, and I got stickers and a bag, and they were just, all out. Um, but anyway, as usual, we just popped the cellophane off this, and we're just gonna drink the booze, tell you what we
Yeah.
think. If it's from this distillery that we discussed in the past, I'm actually that was good. That pop,
Yeah.
that sounded good. That's a good sign, right? So I'm gonna pour mine in a Stasso Jarrito for tequila. This is the Blanco. It is an 80 proof. Um, and I'm not sure how many different states it's available in. I would imagine it's available in Texas, any nearby states. Uh, Not sure about Mississippi, but Louisiana for sure. And
Yeah.
it's purple. It's very Mardi Gras. I don't know if it looks
Mhm.
purple on my camera. It looks kind of blue here, but it is actually purple, it's like LSU purple. Okay. So I was
Yes,
telling
it is.
I was telling Araceli off camera that I have camped in Louisiana twice, and I loved it because those people really know how to party. Um, so it was an RV park. It's famous for those of you who may or may not be in Louisiana or Houston or camped in Louisiana. The
Mhm.
place is called Cajun Palms. Make your reservations. It's outstanding. It's an amazing RV park. It's got a gym. It's got a pool. I mean, this is luxury. Okay. I mean, and the rigs that go in there. And I think that the both times that we camped, it was springtime. So, it's either LSU or the Raging Cajuns. And so, half the park is one side, half the park is the other side, and they're all watching the same game on their outdoor TVs. And it's some of these luxury RVs that showed up. Oh my God. I mean, stuff that looks like Will Smith's RV that's got like the TV studio in it and the recording studio. That's what it looked like. It's like crazy stuff. Anyway, but I digress. I poured the Blanco in my jarrito. I gotta
Yeah.
say, Araceli, this is a nice and shiny,
It's always shiny. Shiny Blanco.
shiny Blanco, and it's again beautiful legs and tears. This is the MO of this particular distillery, which I'll reveal shortly. Uh,
Mhm.
and it's you know every single Blanco, except for one time, one brand that came out of that distillery was
Mhm.
stellar. I have no problem with their Blanco at all. So I suspect, and it smells really good. I smell the cork when I popped it.
Yeah.
Wow, what are you getting?
soft. It's not as not a lot of alcohol, but I mean that's not a bad thing. But
No. I mean, it is opening up for me now. I mean, there is some alcohol right in the center of the
mhm.
glass. I got a whiff of like baked agave, not steamed, not cooked.
Or green.
Yeah, more or green. Yeah, this one was right at the bottom. There was like a whiff of the baked agave, which I thought, wow, I haven't sensed that in a long time from this distillery. But now
That's
it's just,
soft.
yeah, it's a little bit brighter though, right? A little bit more like
Mhm.
citrusy.
Yeah, like a citrus, not as a heavy, almost a sweetness to it.
Yeah, it's solid aroma. I mean, it's not very complex, but
No.
it's exactly what I didn't expect anything less. So the quality of
Mhm.
Blanco is pretty um consistent. And that's kind of what I said to somebody yesterday.
Consistent.
Very consistent.
Yeah. I mean, it's not overwhelming. I guess the best thing would be complex. It's not peppery like a strong pepper or sweetness. It's just kind of um it comes across very subtle.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I say we dive in because I think before we reveal who this is. So here we go. Sorry, folks, I don't like doing that on camera. I will. I usually just spit out the first one anyway. Um, I try not to make a determination on the first one, but what do you think?
It's it's not bad or anything. It's like you don't get an overwhelming sweetness. It's got a very short finish. A little sweet on the front.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I got more again, it's my first pass, so I'm gonna give it another pass here, but I did get it's funny. I haven't again, as I've mentioned before, I prepped my palate for this, so there's nothing on it. And
Hmm.
I got more of the peppery, more of the green pepper. Um, and I was a little confused because it's like that's not what I expected,
Yeah. No.
because it's not indicative of this distillery. So let me try it again but I did get lip and gum numbness. I mean everything you're
Mhm.
looking for in a Blanco is there. So
Yeah. I do see what you're on that like that green pepper. That's that like a sweet pepper. Yeah.
yeah. Um I the Blanco's got it's actually bolder than I expected.
Yeah.
I mean the nose is like you said soft.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting it to go down a little bit softer, but it's not
Mhm.
doing that.
No, I mean it's got really good flavor up front in the mid palate. Again, the finish is short, but it has I mean it's got some good flavor in there. It's not just bland or super sweet or anything like that.
Yeah, it's actually more complex than the nose is. And I don't know if it's
Hmm.
because it hasn't just opened yet. I mean, the legs and tears were
Yeah.
pretty clingy. I mean, so it's going to coat your palate eventually. The more
Hmm.
passage you go, it's going to have a good mouth feel. The mouth feels perfect. Great lip and gum numbness.
Yeah.
And I get baked agave now. I'm not getting steamed or cooked. It's baked for me. It's like every time it opens
Hmm.
up, every time I stir it, I get
A little
usually
bit
I don't
more.
get that much baked agave from it, from this
Yeah.
distillery. It's usually, a combination or autoclave, which doesn't give you that baked smell to it.
Hmm.
Wow. What would you do with this?
You could actually sip it pretty nice. I mean, pretty nicely. You could sip it.
Yeah,
It's not at all
yeah.
like, yeah,
Huh.
definitely. You know, the bottle says notes of smooth vanilla and citrus, but I get no vanilla.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No,
Well, no, you don't want that in the Blanco, and it's not
no.
like there's only one brand that came out of this distillery that had something in it, and you can watch that review. It's on our YouTube channel. Let's reveal who this is, okay? In fact, you say you've read some of the notes. What? Let me first of all reveal it is 80 proof. Yeah, notes. Bro, it's right here on the Blanco. Notes of smooth vanilla
Yeah.
and citrus. I think it's a generic label that they put on all of it. I don't know, but yeah, they say naturally earthy. That's kind of what I got. Like I said, with the I
Oh,
got more
yeah.
baked than anything else. Um, okay,
Yeah.
no,
It
it's
does say
from the
that.
Noel family distillery. Obviously, they're not making it there. They're making it at Nome
Right.
1438. 1438. Okay, and that is the Destiladora del Valle. That's the official name. But 1438 is the one that we know as Casa Maestri. And they get they're a maquiladora. They have a lot of brands that come out of there. However, let me explain a couple of things about the company. It is the only distillery to make 100% Blue Weber tequila in Louisiana. Now they're claiming additive free. They can't do that anymore, according to the CRT proclamation that came out a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't heard about that, we're gonna give it a nice write up on in our Tequila Aficionado magazine. So you might
Mhm.
want to subscribe if you haven't already, and subscribe to this channel too while you're at it. And give it right now. As a matter of fact, stop and give us a big thumbs up, okay? Because that helps other people know that this brand is out there. Um, Except, and then they say, of course, exceptionally smooth and agave forward, and it's a father-daughter
Mhm.
owned. You can follow them on Instagram. They seem like a very sweet family, and the daughter does a lot of their social. Um, and they got if you've been to Louisiana, they got that nice that lilt in their voice, that southern lilt that I look for. I look for that like I look for that in my tequila, right? Um, there's something about people from like it filters into Beaumont. Anybody been to Beaumont, Texas? I used to know a gal from
Mhm.
her name. She used to call herself I'm B from Beaumont, and she had that nice lilt to her voice. She and I worked on the phone together because I used to sell on the phone, folks. If you didn't figure that out, I made a living with my big mouth a long time ago. And she had this beautiful accent. She didn't think she had an accent. This was in San Diego too, so it was unusual to get that accent, that strong. And this family, obviously they've got that southern lilt. Um, I'm I'm
I
not.
like the Blanco.
I do
I
too.
like the Blanco.
Yeah, I
I've had a
love that.
couple of sips now. It's like, it's a solid Blanco. Yeah, I would definitely like sip it.
Yeah.
I would mix it. Like,
Well, you know what? Again, I have no problem giving it a brand of promise. For the
yeah,
Blanco, I think it's a solid Blanco. It's very strong, and because of the flavor profile, I think it's versatile, right? I mean, the idea
yeah.
is that you make a Blanco that you can put in a Paloma.
Mhm.
If Araceli says she can sip it, then it's a solid Blanco because you're like me. You rarely do a cocktail unless Alex is a big cocktail guy. Our founder
Yeah.
Alex, and if he makes me a cocktail, then I will enjoy it because he's this like Felipe Camarena is a mad genius. Alex is
Yes.
that way with his cocktails. He's just so
Mhm.
and the fresher the ingredients, the better off you are, the better the
Mhm.
cocktail. And he just it's really interesting to see how to what you would pair this to make it a really
Yes.
spectacular cocktail. It's like food pairing. I
Mhm.
can
Yeah.
attempt food pairing. To me, that's a lot easier than trying to attempt to make a signature cocktail with
Yeah.
somebody's tequila or mezcal or whatever. And it's like, man, so when Alex makes me a cocktail, it's like, oh, that's different. Just make me another one of these, bro. And so, um, yeah, I think it's a solid Blanco. I don't have a price point for this. Do you? I haven't checked.
No, I didn't see
Um,
anything on the price point, and I
and
know
and
we
I
don't
don't.
have it in stores here yet, so I didn't see
Yeah,
anything.
I would imagine that they're still trying to. Louisiana is an unusual state. If I'm not sure if it's a control state or not, but I know
I
that
don't think
they. I don't think they are. I think that you get. I mean, they can gamble in Louisiana just about at every
Mhm,
gas station that I've ever been to in Louisiana. If you've ever driven through it, there are more like rest stops and and
mhm.
and truck stops that you can gamble in. They've got little mini casinos and
Machines.
yeah, and
Yeah.
machines. And it's like
We're
it's like,
actually going, to New Orleans in April, so
oh,
maybe
you're gonna
might
miss
take
Mardi
these
Gras.
bottles with me.
Yeah, you might want to, yeah, you might want to pick up a bottle or two of the Blanco because it's outstanding. I can't say enough.
Yeah,
I think the family's really
pretty
cool.
good.
Oh, look, there's a picture of the two of them in the back. Oh,
I
wow.
I saw that, and it does say back there, it says, "Let's go, GEAUX."
Yeah, and
So,
that's the slogan. If you're in Louisiana, that's
yes, let's
you're
go.
familiar with. And like I said, I'm more partial to the Raging Cajuns just because.
You like the way it sounds?
Yeah, I do. I like the way they say, but I gotta tell you, the state of Louisiana is probably one of the friendliest states I've ever been to. They really know how to party. They're like a great Latino family because they're all if they're the Frencher they are the better their
Mhm.
food is. The food's
Yeah.
amazing. Oh my
Food's
God,
amazing, yes.
the
They
stuff
like
that
to drink, they like to eat good, they
yeah,
like to share.
they love to cook.
Yes.
I told you I was
Mhm.
in my experience with the folks in Louisiana was through that RV park because we were just passing
Yeah.
through, and the love that these people have for their
Mhm.
cuisine. And by the time the sun starts to set and they're cooking the fish they have these Cajun Palms has they stock this pond, and so they have fish, and so everybody's frying their fish, and you walk past the campsites, the RV spaces basically, and everybody's you know they're all frying the same fish, but every spot smells different. They're all doing something different with that with that
There
with
yeah.
that fish. And I gotta tell you, I told Araceli off camera, I've never seen so many girls, young girls, fishing. I grew up in the wrong state, ladies and gentlemen. I should have, what happened? I grew up in the concrete jungle of Southern California. But anyway, Brand of Promise nominee, if you folks are having it, if you're doing something with it, what are you doing with it? I mean, and what are you paying for it? Because I have no price point. I have no idea what
No.
this is going to cost. I would, I have seen different pricing across the board from this distillery, from the other brands. So it's either going to be priced competitively or the Blanco is going to be overpriced. And
Mm.
yeah, just be aware of that. But otherwise, if you're having it, give us a comment, leave us a like, tell us what you're doing with it. Subscribe. If you're following us on Instagram, please do follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, depending on
Yes.
who you are. We're not on Threads because for some reason Threads is just not giving us our thread anyway. But find us on Twitter. You can follow Araceli as well. She's the Texas Tequila Brat. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Why are you the brat? What? what?
Oh, I was the baby of the family, and it was a nickname that was
Oh,
given to me,
and it still
and I
sticks,
kinda
doesn't it?
owned it.
Well,
Not
there
ashamed
you
of
go.
it.
You know what? If you can't beat them, own it.
Exactly.
All right. You've been watching and listening to our another Sipping Off the Cuff with Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm Mike Morales of Southern California. That young lady is
Araceli Costilla Sharp in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio. See, my old, the funny thing is, we never met in San Antonio. In all the years I lived
No,
there, never met her. Didn't even
yeah.
know that she was there. And now I wish I was living there because I'd have somebody to go out and drink with. But anyway, uh, but you do that. And whatever you do, folks, Tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.
All right.